everybody, good evening. Mom Dingo here. As I said, we're going on hauls here to the tropics, so I thought what I would do is cover some of the things that I take with me and need when you go to the tropics. And one of them is that we do a lot of snorkeling. I like to snorkel. So if you're into swimming, snorkeling, diving, any of that kind of stuff, you know you're going to end up with some kind of ear issues. So what I do is I even start before I go. Like, we're going to be leaving in a week. So, I started doing olive oil. I put just one drop of olive oil. It's really good for if you have wax in your ear too. Now, you don't need to put a lot in there, just one drop. If you've got already have an existing buildup of wax in your ear, okay, you may have to do the one drop for like a week or two until it all clears out. But what happens is the olive oil basically dissolves the wax and then it clears out of your system. Okay, so it may take a little time. So what I like to do, because I love to snorkel, and I actually have, like, I remember my ENT guy said I had like pediatric tubes. They were so teeny. And so I get clogged up easily. I get clogged up real easily. And then I can't hear, and I'm deaf, and so on and so forth. And that's, it's just a pain in the neck when you got to repeat yourself 15 times, and people get fed up with you repeating yourself. So, but it's something that can be easily avoided. So what I do is you put a drop of olive oil. Now, what kind of olive oil? Of course, organic. It's like anything you put in your skin, but if you put it in your eyes, that's why the eye one that I was saying, you want it to be organic. But the olive oil, because you're putting it in your ear, you want it organic. I mean, you don't want to be putting pesticides and herbicides in there. Not a good idea. You want it to be therapeutic. And then I use Spanish olive oil. And the reason why is because the Spaniards are so particular about their olive oil that they will not let anything adulterated. So you know that if it says product of Spain, that it's going to be good. If it says anywhere else, I don't trust it. But Spain, and then where I get it is from Sprouts. There seem to be Sprouts. I don't know if they're in the rest of the country, but there's certainly a lot of them. But just look for product of Spain. Yes, it's product of Spain. It says right on there. So I get mine at Sprouts. It's organic. I cook with olive oil. That's all I cook with. Or butter. I cook with butter too, but olive oil. So I always have that. And then what I do is, because I'm not taking this massive bottle on a plane with me, is I just decant it. I use an old bottle like this is a vitamin D2, K2 or something, D3, K2 bottle that I had finished. So I just thoroughly wash that out with the, boiling water and so forth. And then I just put some of that in here because this has a little dispenser. And you just use one drop. You don't need 10 drops. You don't want 10 drops because you want this to be this. You got tubes there. They're not huge. It's a slow process. If you've got a buildup already, like because we're going snorkeling, I don't know. I haven't done this in a while, so I just thought, I just want to have clear tubes because when you snorkel. And you get water in the ear, and then, it's bad enough you're thinking about looking, and you just, want to enjoy the water and all the sea life under the water. And then if you can't, hear and there's water, don't want to have that issue. So it's just, I put one drop in each ear at nighttime. Just when you put it in. I'll do it right now for you, because I haven't done it today. See, one drop. Make sure I get it in there. And then I put one drop in the other ear. And what that does is it basically melts all the earwax and then opens up your tubes, and so you don't have an issue with that. And for some reason, my left ear is more problematic than my right one. Don't know why, but that's just the way I was built, I guess. So that's a really good one for the ears and the earwax. if you're around water, if you're snorkeling, if you're diving, if you have any issues, or even, if you've got a sore ear too, olive oil is very medicinal. It's an antifungal, antibacterial, it's an antiviral. I mean, you can look it up yourself. And I suggest everybody do this. You don't have to rely on me. You can do your own research. You can look it up if you want to also. But olive oil is very medicinal. I actually take it with me when I travel, olive leaf capsules, because they're like antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, So olive oil is a good thing if you have an earache to use it. And once again, you don't need a bunch, just one drop. And see if that works. If it doesn't work, of course, go to the doctor and figure out what the problem is in case there's something, serious. But if it's just regular, like earache stuff, or as I say, earwax, a buildup, this will take care of it. No problem whatsoever. So there you are on that one. That's a short one. I think the next one, what was I going to do? As I said, I'm trying to take with me the things for sore throat. Oh yeah, the next one I'll do a sore throat one, and then a sore tummy. What to take when you have a sore tummy? Yeah, sore tummy. That's another one. And then I'm also going to do, maybe on the next one I'll do the cleanse, because I think it's really important to do a cleanse.